mere fact that being Chuck's first client in 1984, and after working with him for 3 days, going out and winning a major tournament, my first major tournament win in 4 years, certainly proved to me that this stuff really works. And there's no question in my mind that the SEA system can help any golfer around the United States become the player that he or she wants to be.
SEA has helped me help myself. It's also helped me with my attitude. I no longer feel or am afraid to feel a bad shot coming on. It's also helped me win a tournament and top 10 on the 1987 money list. I think SEA is the greatest.
I think the SEA program has helped me learn how to think clearly on the golf course, to concentrate when I need to concentrate, to focus in when I need to focus in. That helps me be more creative and be myself on the golf course, and that always helps you play your best golf.
I started this program about 4 years ago, and I remember Chuck telling me that I'd go out and triple my money in no time. And sure enough, the next week I finished second. And from then on, I've won 3 tournaments and finished in the top 10 numerous times. This program has taught me how to go out and have confidence in myself and to be a winner.
The uniqueness of SEA is that most people teach golf and how to keep your left arm straight and your right elbow in, and it's all mechanics. Chuck Hogan with SEA gives you a blend of your mechanics, but you don't get hung up on that. And you learn what's more important, what's more fun, what's more creative. And many people come to SEA for golf, but take home so much more.
Oh, excellent shot. He has hit some magnificent golf shots today. That is very, very good.
Friend, you're about to go 3 down.
Wishful thinking.
Ooh, I like it, I like it.
Nice shot.
Well, thank you very much.
Nice shot. Nice sweater.
Bob, I can't make this shot. I'll never get it over the sand.
Sure you can, honey. Just keep your head down and concentrate and don't even think about that sand trap, okay? Nice shot. You probably think I'm nuts, too. Nice shot is not exactly what you expected me to say after those last 2 attempts. Well, if you're interested in finding out how I could not only say it but mean it, you've come to the right video. You see, whenever you hit a golf shot, you always get what you think, because your brain controls every movement your body makes. Your body is just carrying out your mind's instructions perfectly. When you look at it that way, every shot is a nice shot. Not always the appropriate one, but a nice shot nevertheless. I'm Mitchell Lawrence. What you're about to see and hear is different from any typical how to play golf instruction. The SEA method will enable you to create the kind of golf shots you've always wanted to hit, when you want to hit them. With a little work on some pre-swing drills, an understanding of golf club design, some observation, and most important, the power of your own imagination, you'll not only become much more proficient at the game, but I assure you, you'll enjoy yourself a lot more out on the golf course. So welcome aboard, and have fun.
In this video, you're going to be shown a systematic way to organize golfing information in your brain. Then, you're going to be given a switching mechanism that allows you to switch into automatic so you can stop analyzing mechanics and just go out there and play your best golf. The result will be a greater enjoyment of the game and dramatically lower scores.
All those nice shots really do begin right here. Remember that guy whose ball ended up in the water? Let's go back and take a look to see what really happened.
Ah, nice lie. Of course, too bad I won't be able to take advantage of it. Yeah, here it is again, the water hazard. I hate this hole. Par 4, who are they kidding? Par 14, maybe. Yeah, look, maybe this time I'll just clear the water, go straight to the green, and yeah, right, I'm Jack Nicklaus, sure. Maybe I should just, roll up my pants legs before I hit it. Save some time. Okay, boys, we're heading for the water.
It's amazing he doesn't have more of a headache. The important point to get here is that your body really does only what the brain directs it to do. You therefore have the ability to redirect your brain, to redirect your body, to create the appropriate nice shot. And we all know how incredibly frustrating golf has been for us at times. Okay, most of the time. Usually it's because we're totally convinced that the answer is tied to a mechanical fault in our swing. So we take more lessons, we read more books and listen to more friends, until we find what we think is a magic key that will change our game forever. And we go out on the first tee, we hit a shot, we discover that the same problem is there, usually in spades. Or that all of a sudden there's some terrible new shot in our bag that we've never seen before. I'm not saying that working on mechanics is not important. The problem is imbalance. The more time you spend thinking about all the little mechanical things, the less time you're going to have to focus on the target and the conditions of the golf course. It's a matter of too much self-awareness and not enough target awareness. What if we had that kind of imbalance in other areas of our life? What if you drove your car and all your attention was on mechanics?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a beautiful day for a drive as Don lines up for this all-important left-hand turn. He's moving his right hand now into the pre-turn position. Notice the firm four-fingered grip, the thumb tucked under the wheel as he begins to execute this turn. His left elbow now folding nicely with the forearm as the right hand provides steady, even pressure to the wheel. An excellent left-hand release, followed quickly by a smooth, confident crossover. Look at that cadence. A beautiful, textbook-perfect execution of the left-hand turn.
It's an extreme example, perhaps, but the connection should be obvious. Disastrous golf shots can result from the imbalance caused by concentrating only on mechanics. Don't worry, though, there's a solution. Balance can be created by blending self-awareness with target awareness. Look at this basketball player. He doesn't think about technique. He's already mastered it. He's simply able to use it, allowing him to just react appropriately to the target and the conditions surrounding it. Now, playing golf should and can work the same way. Except, of course, we don't have anyone guarding us or a halftime buzzer to contend with. Lucky us.
To play golf the way it's really meant to be played on a creative level, you've got to be keenly aware of all the changing conditions out on the golf course that relate to the target. You've got to react to the exact conditions of each shot, and that's pretty hard to do if you spend all your time thinking about mechanics. Take Iron Byron, the ball hitting machine, for example. It's got mechanics down to a T. It produces the perfect swing. But can that machine really play golf? It cannot generate choices of shots that you and I can, because it cannot react to the target and its conditions. You and I can, and that makes us geniuses.
Okay, so we definitely have to have balance when we play golf. And it can be done. How? By making mechanics a habit. So you'll be able to rely on them, trust them, and use them as needed without ever having to consciously think about them again. By understanding the hows and whys of golf mechanics and giving full mental attention to the exercises in this tape, you'll be able to make mechanics a habit for life.
Contrary to a popular belief rumor going around, habits are not muscle memory. Although muscles with good tone do receive and respond to electrical brain charges more efficiently than atrophied muscles, the reality is that it's electrical charges from your brain memory that cause your muscles to move the way they do. When you accept the idea that habits are stored in the brain, completely learned and intact until called upon for use, then you won't have to head for the practice tee if you don't play well. You won't have to hit balls till your hands bleed, always looking at your mechanics for the source of what went wrong.
Our approach offers a viable alternative to the never-ending search for what did I do wrong, by letting you focus on all that you did right. It's a short-term process that allows you to habituate the fundamental mechanics of golf, then graduate to take full advantage of your own innate ability to create a limitless number of appropriate nice shots, and to truly play creative golf. Chuck Hogan, co-founder of Sports Enhancement Associates, has spent most of his life studying how people learn. What he has come up with and what you are about to see will help you become the kind of golfer you fantasize yourself to be. The SEA method does work if you open your mind to it and really apply yourself. Now, it's your choice. What would you rather do? Play golf mechanics or play golf?
In this section, you will find that our learning system is as simple as 1, 2, 3. Even golf, which seems difficult to learn, becomes elegantly simple when information is properly organized in your mind. That's what makes our SEA learning system so effective.
Even touring pros who learned their mechanics years ago sometimes run into trouble. Now, it isn't because their information goes away or that their habits are lost. It's simply that they get temporarily disorganized. They just can't get the right information out at the right time, and they distrust themselves. They lack confidence because of this internal disorganization, and they get stuck in a what did I do wrong rut. Well, Chuck Hogan has developed a way out of that rut, and it's a way that works for everyone, not just touring pros. And maybe you learned your mechanics years ago. Maybe you're learning them now with the help of an instructor, or maybe you're learning pre-swing and swing mechanics for the first time as you watch this tape. No matter what you already know, the SEA learning method will enable you to put organized information in your brain in a very systematic way so that you can totally trust in it. And you can call upon it instantly when and where you need it out on the golf course. Just one other point. It is quite impossible to be educated, not form opinions. Your perception of the SEA golf mechanics may vary because of your personal learning. That's okay. We're not saying that there is only one absolutely correct way to grip a club or stand over a ball. The whole point of the SEA method is the way you organize your golf mechanics in your brain. And that's what's going to make golf a lot more fun and ultimately lower your scores.
There are two important learning steps which lead to creative golf. The intellectual step is the how-to of grip and posture. The conceptual step is learning the why of the how-to, the dynamics of club face, club path, and energy expenditure. It is understanding the reason for the actual mechanics. This dual learning process, understanding the conceptual whys along with the intellectual how-tos, enables you to quickly and completely make the necessary mechanical skills a habit, allowing you to graduate and play creative golf. In the SEA learning system, golf mechanics have been divided into pre-swing and swing concepts. Pre-swing concepts are hands equal club face, and posture is critical to club path. Hands equal club face is the pre-swing concept that relates to how you grip the club. Your hands are the face of the club. Whatever your hands do, the club face does. This concept that your hand position determines club face position is extremely important to understand, since it is exactly one half of the formula which determines the direction of the ball when struck by the club. Club path completes the formula for ball direction. Notice that the slightest rotation of the hands is matched by the exact same degree of rotation of the club face. When the club face strikes the ball in a square position relative to the path of the club, the ball goes straight. An open club face position will produce a slice or push, and a closed club face will create a hook or pull. The hands-face relationship is a constant. Your hands are the face of the club, so any hand movement is instant face movement.
Hi, it's me again. I just wanted to stress one thing. If you don't really understand this concept, do not go on yet. It's impossible for learning to follow if the hands equal club face concept isn't absolutely clear. Once you've got the concept firmly in mind, what follows will make a lot more sense, and real learning can and will take place.
The proper grip begins by grasping the club with your right hand and holding it in the air at about a 45-degree angle. Now align the leading edge of the club at 12 o'clock. Then swing the left hand onto the club handle in an open position, placing the left hand at the proper diagonal position on the club handle. Hold the club handle with the left hand about 1/4 inch from the end of the club. The right hand position is along the middle joints of the fingers, with the right thumb going over the club and touching the index finger of the right hand. Most men and women with strong hands and an athletic background will connect left and right hands with an overlapping grip. Children and junior golfers whose hands are not yet strong and mature can benefit from a 10-finger grip. An interlocking grip is best used by a golfer with very short fingers. Now, keeping the club face in the 12 o'clock position, slide your hands independently on the club handle so that the V's point toward the right shoulder or right ear. This is a neutral position. If after considerable experience you find that this position produces too much hook or pull, point the V's more toward your nose. For most average golfers, the V's pointing to the nose position will produce a slice or push. For experienced professional and amateur golfers and those with extremely fast hands and well-developed motor skills, this same V's position will produce the desired ball flight. If the neutral position produces an unwanted fade or slice, rotate the V's more toward or beyond the right shoulder. As you watch the hands and the club face, notice again that any movement of hands produces an equal movement of the club face.
Once you understand the concept that hands equal club face and you are visually and kinesthetically attuned to the proper grip position, you're ready to make proper grip a habit. Behavioral scientists and biophysicians have discovered that habits, the kind you store in your brain, are formed by making 60 repetitions per day for 21 consecutive days. 21 days' work for a lifetime of use.
If you look at habit formation as work, you'll never habituate anything. 3 weeks isn't a whole lot of time when you consider that you'll be playing golf for the rest of your life. I've used this procedure for the last 4 years when I want to break an old habit or form new ones. And I promise you, the following procedure does work, provided you give it your full attention and intention with each repetition.
Here is how to make proper grip a lifelong habit. First, put your left hand into position on the club handle. Then, your right hand. This is 1 repetition. To learn or relearn the proper grip, do this hand positioning procedure 60 times per day for 21 consecutive days. Do not skip a day. Do each repetition with full attention and intention. At the end of 21 days, validate. Claim for yourself that your grip is now a lifelong habit. Validation is a very important part of this process. It is acknowledging to yourself that you have successfully completed this task and you now trust yourself completely.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. How am I going to find time in my busy schedule to do 60 repetitions a day for 21 days and not skip a day? Easy. Not only can you break up the repetitions into smaller groups like 6 repetitions 10 times a day or 10 repetitions 6 times a day, but you can also do them anywhere. In your office, at home, out on the driving range, anywhere you won't be disturbed. Or do what I did. Cut down an old club and practice with it. If your friends ask, "What are you doing?" just say, "I'm having fun learning pre-swing concepts and habituating my mechanics." Trust me, they'll leave you alone. Cute little thing.
Posture is critical to club path is the other key pre-swing concept to understand. Combined with the face of the club, it is the club path that determines the direction of every ball ever struck by a golf club. The golf ball is struck during the forward swing, so the proper swing path is critical only during the forward swing motion. And swing path is mostly predetermined by your pre-swing posture. Working together, grip and posture, club face and club path control ball direction. In that sense, they predetermine the shot. The actual swing is the easy part. The proper posture position consists of knees flexed moderately as you assume a slight sitting position. The spine is tilted forward from the hips and tailbone, not from the waist, until your arms hang vertically. The posture position remains constant. The only variable is the distance between you and the ball, as determined by the length of the club. Club length is determined by its lie angle. With a 9-iron, you will be relatively close to the ball because the club is shorter due to its more upright lie angle. The driver has a flatter lie, therefore the club is longer, which positions you further from the ball. Normal ball position is with the ball placed between your feet, in front of your spine, slightly to the left of that for longer clubs. The most important thing to remember about aim is that your club will swing along your shoulder line first and foremost. In order of importance, aim is determined by alignment of shoulders, then hips, knees, and feet. Aim is really very easy, since by standing upright in the pre-posture position, you've already aimed your body. Then, after assuming the posture position, take a final look at the target and make any small adjustments based on incoming information. To make posture a habit, practice assuming the proper posture position in front of a mirror. Repeat the posture positioning procedure 60 times per day for 21 consecutive days, giving full attention and intention to each repetition. Remember that daily repetitions may be divided up into smaller groups, such as 10 reps 6 times a day. At the end of 21 days, validate and claim your mastery of stance posture. It is now a habit you will have forever.
As you've just seen, there are really very few things to be mastered before you swing. But these pre-swing concepts and mechanics must be mastered before graduation to creative golf is possible. You may be tempted to go out on the golf course and practice these skills before you have completed the 21-day process. Now, it's okay to go out and play golf, but while you're on the course, don't practice mechanics. If you do, you may become frustrated and bail out before the skills have time to become true habits. If this happens, you'll just stay stuck up here, always reaching for swing remedies that are actually rooted in the pre-swing concepts of grip and posture. When it comes to practice, the best place to do it is away from the course, and the best way is without using a ball. That way, when you go out on the course to play golf, you'll be able to do so without consciously thinking about mechanics.
The SEA approach to the golf swing is a departure from traditional instruction, which teaches that the swing is a series of things to do. In our view, the golf swing is simply and more accurately a few concepts to understand. There are 5 key concepts relating to the golf swing. Club design swing plane. Turn and balance. Conserve then expend. Rhythm and timing. Follow until through. A cumulative understanding of all 5 concepts will create a complete swing picture in your mind, followed by a beautiful, unified flow of physical swing motion as your mind understands and clarifies each of these concepts. As you watch these key concepts, keep in mind that they are concepts to understand, not things to do. Swing plane is the path of the club during the forward swing, from the top of the backswing through impact with the ball. The concept to understand here is that the design of the club, not the human structure operating it, determines the proper swing plane. Every golf club is designed with its own lie angle. A 9-iron, for example, has a somewhat more upright lie than that of a driver.
The concept of the swing plane is really very easy. Once you understand that club design determines the swing plane, you just sole the club and your brain calculates it instantaneously.
No, I haven't decided to give up on golf. But this bat may help you understand swing plane from a different angle. In terms of swing motion, golf is a lot like baseball. But whereas baseball is played on a horizontal plane, golf is played on a diagonal plane. The most significant difference is the tilt of the spine. The swing motions are strikingly similar, if you'll pardon the expression.
Now imagine that you're about to swing a golf club that's 30 feet long. Would the swing plane determined by your 30-foot club be the same as that of, say, a 1-foot-long club? As you create a picture of a swing plane in your mind, your brain will instruct your body to physically duplicate that image. The clearer you make that image in your mind, the more precisely your body will respond to your mental image. When you understand the swing plane concept, stand in front of a mirror and validate your understanding. You can also validate your understanding by using a video playback, a teaching professional, or a trained observer. The backswing is related to the concept of swing plane. The backswing can and does take many forms, depending on information stored in memory and the physical body structure of the golfer. What matters the most is that the club is delivered on the correct plane during the forward swing. And the surest way to put your club on the right path is to understand that the club design determines swing plane. Your body and your brain will do the rest. The golf swing is simply a balanced turning motion around a fixed center, the top vertebrae of your spine. Turn back, coiling your large back muscles. Turn as far as personally comfortable. To create a larger turn, stretching and limbering exercises are recommended. Overextending yourself or artificially overturning will cause loss of balance and will be counterproductive to distance and accuracy. Ideally, you need to turn as far back as you comfortably can without losing your balance. Turn and balance can only be properly achieved with lightness of feet. Shoe spikes are intended only to prevent slippage on wet or damp grass, not for riveting yourself to the ground. Remember, this is all conceptual. Continue to build upon your initial understanding, adjusting your sensory system, allowing it to tell you when you are in balance. Swing in front of a mirror with a dot on the mirror to represent the fixed center at the top of your spine. Watch yourself turn around that fixed center. Continued practice will give you more and more flexibility as you maintain balance while turning. The concept of conserve, then expend energy is very simple. You conserve energy away from the target and expend energy toward the target. The same concept applies to virtually all other sports. Use the picture in your brain to translate your understanding into body action. Rhythm and timing are integral parts of turn and balance and conserve then expend energy, and should be integrated by stacking them atop these previously grasped concepts. The rhythm of your swing should relate to your own personal rhythm. The timing of the swing is simply coordinating your arms with your body turn. You want to feel your arms and the club move with, not independent of your body turn. Rhythm and timing are completely conceptual. Once you get it right in your mind, you'll get it right in your body. Now, take a club and swing it. Feel the exact same fluid timing as you see and feel in your mind. Repeat this procedure as necessary. Follow-through means to do exactly what the two words say. Follow your swing until it's through. A golf swing generates centrifugal force. As the club head moves past the center of the body, follow it. Using turning motion with lightness of feet, follow until you end up facing the target. The weight of your body will naturally shift all the way to the left foot, and you will be facing the target. Don't push it, shove it, or contrive it. Just let it flow. Let yourself turn as far as you can comfortably turn. Watch yourself swing and follow until through in front of a mirror. Then adjust what you see in the mirror to what you see in your mind.
Once you approach golf with a precise and logical learning strategy instead of just hit or miss, a couple of important realizations will follow. One is that golf makes much more sense when you learn it this way. The other is discovering that by organizing your brain power rather than sending your mind in random directions, you'll be enormously more proficient. So far, we've shown you how to apply our learning model to the concepts and mechanics of pre-swing and swing. But you can also use these same learning elements and apply them to putting, chipping, or any other aspect of golf.
After you have accomplished the pre-swing and swing concepts, as well as making the mechanical skills into real habits that you can trust, you're now ready for the final critical link to creative golf. It's called the routine approach to the ball, and it's essential to the balance we've been talking about. This is where you'll add to the confidence you've been building, because the routine is a switching mechanism that truly lets you go from thinking about it to actually doing it.
Once you have organized the information about pre-swing and swing mechanics in your mind, you need efficient cues or ways to retrieve that stored information. A method that lets you switch into automatic so you can hit your best shot every time without having to consciously think about it. A brief and precise routine approach to the ball is the magic switch that makes playing golf as easy and automatic as tying your shoes.
The routine approach to the ball, also known as the SEA shot triangle, is a series of steps that will lead you from an open focus concentration style to a totally focused concentration as you create your shot based on the target and its conditions. The process begins as you approach the ball and begin to gather target data. The data can be hard, like the number of yards to the cup, or soft, like the feel of the breeze, the elevation of the green, or the length of the grass under the ball. Next, review the shot in your mind. See and feel it happen from beginning to end in complete, vivid detail. The importance of sensory images and your imagination as a resource for creative shot making cannot be stressed enough. It is the most powerful and useful tool you have to make golfing as fun, as enjoyable, and as rewarding as you can imagine. Next, based on the shot you just imagined, select the appropriate club. Now, ground yourself. Take a deep breath. Relax. And appreciate that there is only this shot, and that right now, nothing else matters. The key to grounding is relaxation. And like imagination, relaxation is one of your most powerful resources. Ground yourself. Cease talking aloud. Stop all internal dialogue, and rely entirely on your sensory experience. Then, approach the ball. This is something you do in your own personal way. It should be brief, and exactly the same every time. Now take one last look at the target. Become engaged with the target. Let the target and its conditions direct your actions, just as the road directs you and your car to your destination. Then react, and the ball's gone. The last step isn't really a step in the physical sense. It's simply moving from thinking to doing.
The routine approach to the ball is a process that lets you organize the information in your brain and to channel that organized information into a single creative end to get the ball from where it is into the hole. That's why learning and feeling comfortable with the shot triangle or routine approach to the ball is very important. The more routine this sequence becomes for you, the more easily and consistently you will be able to switch from self-awareness to target awareness.
Let me explain why the routine is so critical. When you break this routine, you send an immediate message to the brain that says something's wrong. The brain, performing perfectly, does the only thing it can. It begins an all-out search for a remedy. It starts an internal dialogue which can lead to tension, lack of concentration, and of course, to quadruple bogeys. It's the difference between an organized brain and a disorganized brain. You've probably noticed when you're watching a tournament on TV that the pros who are playing best are usually the ones with a fully committed routine approach to the ball. Sometimes you may think, he's a machine. But in reality, it's that routine that allows the golfer to be anything but a machine, because it frees him to be totally creative.
As I stand behind the golf ball, making my routine approach, I try to draw a white line, which is a visual image for me, through the golf ball towards the target area where I want to drive the golf ball. As I walk around, as I direct into the ball from a 45-degree angle, I then place the club behind the ball, get comfortable, waggle twice, and swing.
Well, there you have it. Well, actually, there you have most of it. But more about that in a second. This does wrap up the basic three-part learning process that will allow you to liberate all that creative shot-making potential you already have inside you. If you'll just relax, trust yourself, and fully commit to this method, I promise you, you'll enjoy greatest satisfaction and have the most fun you've ever had out on the golf course. This stuff really works. Now, here's something we strongly suggest. After viewing the entire tape, watch it again all the way through, without doing anything. As you become more familiar with the concepts, you'll be able to work with them more easily. But for now, keep watching because this is where the fun really starts. In this next section, you're going to be actively participating in ways I guarantee you've never experienced before. As I said at the top of the tape, none of the methods we've tried have worked. I honestly believe that you and I are ready to learn using the SEA method. Okay, everybody, get out and give me 10. Just kidding. I just wanted to get your attention and let you know that the remainder of this tape contains learning exercises that require both your full attention and your active participation. The good news is that if you actively participate in the exercises, precisely as instructed, you'll be experiencing dramatic results in your game, the most immediate being more relaxed play and lower scores. But I'll be honest with you, these learning exercises will do you absolutely no good unless you follow the instructions precisely and are willing to actively participate. The first learning exercise is called Creative Source. The purpose of Creative Source is to etch into the creative part of your mind a picture, tempo, or feel of your perfect golf swing. Now, earlier in the tape, you learned or relearned the 6 essential concepts relating to pre-swing and swing mechanics. But you learned them in a way that appealed to the rational or analytical part of your brain. Now, using the Creative Source process developed by Chuck Hogan, that same conceptual information is going to be installed with incredible speed into the creative part of your mind so that it can be instantly and automatically called upon as a shot-making resource. The Creative Source process is extremely powerful and extremely effective when followed precisely. Now, you'll be shown a sequence of visual images that will appear in different parts of your TV screen. Keeping your head stationary, shift only your eyes as you focus in on the images. Shifting your eyes is the key to learning with Creative Source.
This eye shift learning may seem odd or strange, but it's something you do unconsciously thousands of times every day. It's like the selector on your TV set. Shifting your eyes opens many different channels in your brain, etching important information in a vivid and highly organized way. The proof that the Creative Source works is out on the golf course. You'll feel more confident and relaxed as you hit more and more appropriate, nice shots.
These are the 6 essential concepts of pre-swing and swing mechanics. You're going to be presented with a special sequence of images for each of these 6 concepts. Choose the concept you want to learn and understand, and then follow these instructions. Position yourself so that you're seated comfortably, directly in front of your television screen. You should be the same distance from your screen as your screen is high. Your close proximity to the screen is needed in order to ensure maximum eye shift during viewing of the image sequences. It will not produce any harmful effects. Direct your focus to the green dot, which will appear in the middle of the screen. As you view the concept material, keep your head still, with your nose pointed directly at the center of the screen. Shift only your eyes as you view the images, which will appear in various portions of the screen. The best way to learn the 6 concepts is to focus on one per day, then reinforce each by reviewing it for 3 consecutive days. Only your hands control the club face. Your body controls the club path. only the club designs the forward swing plane. Your body turns in balance. Conserve energy away from the target. Expend energy toward the target. Follow the centrifugal force until it is through. This concludes our Creative Source programming.
You've just seen the Creative Source process in action. As we said in the instructions, the best way to install these concepts into your creative mind is to select one concept and view it at least 3 times a day for 3 consecutive days. Then 6 weeks, 6 months, or a year from now, when you want to reinforce your understanding or clarify the learning even more, just go back to that concept and review it 3 or more times. The following learning acceleration exercises are yet another way to clarify your understanding of the concepts that will dramatically improve your game. This time, you're going to be shown a visual sequence, like posture or swing plane. You'll be asked to look closely at the image, then, with your eyes closed, to see and feel the image in your mind. The purpose of these exercises is to make the picture in your mind as clear as it can possibly be. The more clearly your mind sees and feels the image, the more precisely your body will be able to respond. By actively participating in these imaging exercises, you will greatly accelerate the replacement of disorganized information with organized information.
Watch these hands assume the proper grip position on the club. Now, close your eyes and run the picture over in your mind several times. Watch the picture in your mind. Watch the position of the left hand and the right hand. As you watch with your eyes closed, see your own hands grip the golf club. See that your hands are part of the club handle. See that your hands and the handle form a single connection. Now get inside your hands and feel that they are one, not separate, but one. Repeat this exercise 5 times. Watch this picture of the proper stance, posture, position very carefully. Now, close your eyes for a moment. Run the picture over in your mind several times. Watch in your mind as the golfer assumes the proper stance, posture, position. As you watch with your eyes closed, see yourself as a perfect swing structure. You are athletically ready. You are poised to swing. Your feet are lightly touching the ground. In your mind, you see yourself in your favorite clothing, your favorite colors. See yourself assume the proper stance posture. You are full of spontaneous energy and very light on your feet. Now, get inside this picture of yourself and feel your stance posture as a means to an end. Feel your stance posture as the means to a flowing, balanced, and perfect swing. Repeat this exercise 5 times. Watch this swing plane visual sequence very carefully. Now, close your eyes for a moment. Run the picture over in your mind several times. Watch the picture in your mind, especially the path of the arms and club during the forward swing motion. As you watch with your eyes closed, see your own body replace that of the golfer. See yourself in your favorite clothing and favorite colors. Now, get inside the picture of yourself and feel the motion and precision of the proper swing plane. Feel the flow of the swing plane. Repeat this exercise 5 times.
Hand sensitivity, not hand pressure, is critical in the process of receiving information about the target and its conditions and relaying that information to the brain. This final exercise will enable you to understand the importance of highly sensitized hands as receptors of data relating to target and conditions. You will need a golf club for this exercise.
When you are ready, sit in a chair in a comfortable position. Hold the golf club so that the shaft points vertically upward and the grip is close to your lap. Place your hands on the grip in the proper position. Now, close your eyes and see a picture of your hands. Feel your hands become relaxed and warm as the blood circulates freely through the vessels and into the capillaries of your fingers. Feel your hands as they get warmer and warmer. Your hands are very sensitive. You can feel your hands melt together as if they were one. With this increased sensitivity, you can imagine feeling the grip of the club melt into your hands. You no longer recognize where your hands end and the club grip begins. Your hands are extremely sensitive and they feel everything. They receive and relay any information. They receive and respond to any information coming from the target, and they relay it to your brain. Imagine yourself over a golf shot. Look at the target. Your hands feel all information about the target. They know any change about the target. The club face reacts to that information instantly. Your hands are relaxed. They are completely sensitive and completely informed. You are confident in this knowledge. You are confident that the club face responds instantly to the heightened sensitivity of your hands. Now, say silently to yourself, "My hands are always relaxed and sensitive. They know everything there is to know about the target." Before you open your eyes, notice the way your hands feel and say to yourself, "I feel better than ever before." Repeat this exercise as necessary. Remember that your hands are mechanically correct and extremely sensitive. They enable you to instantly react to the target and its conditions.
Okay, there you have it. By now, you should have a pretty good idea of why the SEA learning method is so effective. It's a proven process that lets you learn or relearn the concepts of pre-swing and swing mechanics in a very systematic way. A way that replaces disorganized information with organized information. It's as simple as 1, 2, 3. 1, you learn the how-to of golf mechanics. 2, you understand the whys of the concepts that underlie those how-tos. And 3, you develop the switching mechanism that lets you switch into automatic and just play golf, hitting your best shot every time. Now that you've seen the tape all the way through, go back and watch it again and again until you're comfortable with its contents. Then concentrate on those areas where you need improvement. If you're genuinely interested in dramatically improving your game, SEA and Creative Source will enable you to go out there, have fun, relax, and lower your scores. The SEA system really does work. Just ask the pros.
There's no question in my mind that if you work with the SEA system and Chuck Hogan, you can discover what you want to know about yourself and about this great game of golf. You can become a better player. There's no question in my mind.
I think SEA is probably the biggest attitude builder that you can find anywhere.
I feel the SEA system has brought out the potential that I had inside of me that I didn't know I had. I feel that it has made me a winner.
I think SEA is going to have a major impact on sports. I felt that when I first joined them in 1984, and every year things have improved and Chuck keeps growing and the information becomes better.
Personally, I feel SEA is the greatest thing that's come along in golf in a long, long time.
It's made golf a lot more fun.
Sports Enhancement Associates, or SEA, is an organization dedicated to the appreciation and actualization of human potential. The learning methods presented on this tape have been researched, developed, and refined by Chuck Hogan. They are part of SEA's full-service, full-product support program, dedicated to the development of personal management skills necessary for creative golfing. This tape is the first in a series of learning videos from SEA. If you'd like to review its contents in print form, refer to the book 5 Days to Golfing Excellence by Chuck Hogan. Other SEA products and services include golf schools, seminars, individualized training programs, accelerated learning audio cassettes, video cassettes, and goal-setting time management calendars.
SEA can help you get the ball in the hole, whichever hole you choose.